Anglers at Sebastian Inlet are catching snook, black drum, sheepshead, pompano, bluefish, Spanish mackerel, and whiting. This fishing report details the best spots to catch them and their recommended baits. I was at the inlet on Wednesday morning and I talked to several anglers who said nothing was biting. It was low tide after the outgoing tide. However, timing is key, and I'll share the best times to fish. The water was clean, which will lead to favorable fishing conditions this week, provided no storms occur. I spoke with Wayne Landry, the Snook man, and he said the incoming tide on the north side has been getting bites. Anglers are catching sheepshead using cut shrimp and sand fleas. Along the rocks near the tide pole, a few nice snook are hitting live mohaira on the incoming and early outgoing tides. However, mohaira has been tough to come by lately. Access to the North Jetty remains limited due to ongoing construction, but it is expected to reopen July 2025. On the south side, this is where most of the action is, especially on the outgoing tide at the tip of the South Jetty. The Snookman said blue runners, black margate, sand perch, and sheepshead are biting on cut shrimp. Small goofy jigs are catching bluefish, Spanish mackerel, and even some solid pompano. The water has warmed up to 78 degrees and cleared up noticeably. There's less seaweed than in recent weeks. On the incoming tide, snook are hitting live mohaira, if you can find them. Sheepshead are biting cut shrimp and live sand fleas along the rocks on both sides of the inlet bridge. And if you're getting value from this fishing report, let me know by clicking on the like button. On the T-dock area, the T-dock is still closed, and the dredging has stopped, and the removal of the equipment has opened up space for casting nets and fishing. But it's been slow here. But live mohaira and thread fins are tempting some nice snook. Sheepshead and whiting are also biting cut shrimp, especially on the incoming tide. Not much else to report here until the dock reopens. The surf on both sides of the inlet has cleaned up, especially on the north side where deeper water helps. About 200 yards north of the jetty, anglers are catching black drum, sheepshead, pompano, and whiting with live sand fleas and cut shrimp. Mullet schools are moving along the beaches, so keep an eye out for snook or tarpon trailing them. On Sebastian Inlet, fishing scene is finally picking up, but remember, it's all about the timing and weather. It could be a great week to hit the inlet and beaches. Use sunscreen and try to wear a sun protective hat and clothing to protect against UV rays. Expect high tides in the overnight and afternoon hours and low tide in the early morning and evening hours. And I want to give a quick shout out to CB Elite Mobile Detailing. They specialize in auto, marine, RVs, and planes. Give them a call, 772-453-6126. Love to know your thoughts about fishing this week. Leave a comment below. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so already to receive these updates. I'm Andy Hodges with the Sebastian Inlet Fishing Report. Have a great week.